And this is what a successful graft looks like. You can see that incision I made right there, stuck the graft in. What's good, y'all? KJ here with the Urban Fruit Forest. You guys been asking, so here it is. Here's a quick video on how you can graft your fruit trees. This right here is a mango. A few things you'll be needing is grafting tape, a parafilm, a box cutter, some sort of sharp blade in order to cut your scion, and a pair of shears, right? And oh, almost forgot, obviously the seedling that you're going to be grafting to and the scion that you are going to be grafting it to. So quick tips: when you're collecting the scion, if you're able to collect it, if you do have someone sending it to you, you're going to want to make sure that the scion is already showing signs of new growth. It's plump. You'll see little shoots start to pop up towards the end of the scion, right? And that's how you know that's a really good scion to graft with. All right, so this is the scion I collected. With this parafilm or grafting tape, whatever you use, a little goes a long way. I like to stretch it out a bit, and this part's really simple. All you're going to want to do is just wrap this around your scion. This is so that your scion does not lose any moisture. You're just going to wrap it around just like this. Pretty simple. It's really stretchy. So like I said, a little goes a long way. I actually took a little too much, but this is a scion that was already pushing new growth. I'm going to just wrap it in this grafting tape so that moisture stays locked in. So boom, that is how you wrap it. Once you got it wrapped, now we can get surgical with it. You're going to want to form a wedge on your scion towards the end, kind of like a triangle. Not really a triangle, but you're going to want to form this wedge. When you form this wedge, this is what we're going to stick into our rootstock, which is a seedling that you have. So you want to expose that cambium layer. When we expose that cambium layer, we're going to attach it to our rootstock. So this isn't bad. I think this should be good to go. Let's try it out. All right, so here's our rootstock. After you got your scion wrapped, you got it wedged out towards the bottom. You're going to want to go ahead and cut the rootstock where you plan on grafting it. This is where the box cutter also comes into play. You're going to want to make sure that your scion and the rootstock that you're going to graft onto have similar diameter, right? I actually noticed that when the scion's a bit smaller, not too much smaller, but a bit smaller than what you're grafting it onto, success rates jump up a bit. So I'm going to go ahead. You got to be super careful with this. I'm going to go ahead and wedge it. Probably stick it in like that. Yep. You're going to want to make sure that what you're cutting into the rootstock is about the same measurement of what you wedged off for the scion. So let me measure this. Okay. I think that should be good. It's not bad. That's actually perfect right there. Boom. So once you got it like that, it's really simple. You just go ahead and wedge that scion in there like this. You want a nice and tight fit. You want a nice and tight fit. This is perfect. Yeah, this is perfect right here. So once you have it in there, it should look something like this. Let me go ahead and zoom this in for you guys. It should look something like this. You're gonna want to squeeze, right? So when you're squeezing that, just get a better fit. You're gonna want to squeeze it like that, right? And once you got it squeezed, you're gonna want to take your grafting tape. Remember, a little goes a long way, and just go ahead and close that wound up, right? And what we did was pretty much trick the plant into thinking a branch may have got broken off or damaged a bit. I can fix that. Broken off or damaged a bit, and it's going to send the hormones needed to repair it. And little does it know, we just turned this tree into a brand new one. So we're just going to go ahead and close this up. Close that wound up. And then this isn't needed, but I've noticed my success rate go up significantly more. My friend over at Triumphant Gardens, John, showed me this. Zip ties are a game changer. Zip ties are a game changer. So after you got it all wrapped up, you're gonna want to go ahead and wrap your zip tie around there just so you got a better grip. So I'm gonna just go ahead and zip tie like that. Just like that. Cut the end off. And this is what a successful graft looks like. You can see that incision I made right there, stuck the graft in there. And as you can see, it shot up. So once you get 2 flushes of growth, so what a flush is, so this was my first flush, right? And then my second flush actually came with multiple shoots, right? Once you get 2 flushes of growth, you know you're good to go. You know you're good to go. And for those who are curious, this is a half lemon zest, half sweet tart tree. I did not graft the lemon zest, I grafted the sweet tart. So there you go. That's how you go about grafting your fruit trees. You guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, comment them down below. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Y'all keep on growing, man.